So, Tim, I've asked you on this call today to basically discuss some of the key things that you know about online personal training, because in UK PTs and PT Toolbox, there are a lot of people that obviously in the last 7 weeks, as you've probably seen, have gone from a fully offline business to having to rush into a fully online business. And I don't think we need to go into the backstory about PT distinction and stuff, because I can put that in the notes, you know, and we've covered that so many times on our call.
We've done that one.
So my first question really is, if you had to set up an online PT business today yourself from scratch, what would be kind of your thought process? Where would you go with it? What would be your plan?
I like that question. In this scenario, have I already got a face-to-face PT business that's not working now because we'll
say yes.
Lockdown? Yes. First thing, definitely contact all my clients. Get all my face-to-face clients as online clients. Mm-hmm. That's like the easiest absolute given. If you've got a good relationship with your clients, if they are happy with the job that you're doing, if they're fairly long-term clients, like most of them will go on to online. What we found actually with our members is that anyone who's previously introduced their clients to the app in some way, so be it like hybrid training or just like here's an extra program to do, track your food with the photo food diary or something like that, all of them are coming on board or have already come on board and just train with them online. So it's just carry on service as normal. So that's the first thing I do. And it's actually probably the best time ever to start an online business because everyone's at home. So after that, moving on, basically, I'd set it up quite simple if I was rushing and if I was trying to do it right now. Set it up simple, so have some kind of offer. What is it that's slightly unique about me? What is it that's slightly unique about my service? And then base an offer around that. I always like looking at businesses that are very successful and online businesses that are very successful, online service businesses, I should say. Don't count the Amazons or the Alibabas of the world because they're selling products. But an online service business, generally they offer something of value for free. So you could go the route of sort of Facebook, Google, where you offer a whole platform for free. And make money in other ways. I wouldn't do that because that would be very, very difficult. You need huge numbers and traffic and that sort of thing. So I would probably go with a free challenge. I think challenges definitely work really well. Have done for years as well for online training. So I would just run free challenges. Probably at the moment, I'd run week-long free challenges every single week. You know, right now it's slightly different, and that's what I would probably do. Run it really well, get loads of people or as many people as I could into it. I would, if I had a budget, I would advertise it. If I didn't have a budget, I'd just try and share it everywhere online that I possibly could, you know, make videos, put them on YouTube, you know, rank them for reasonable keywords and see where you can get it, post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, put it wherever you can. If you've got budget, definitely put budget into adverts because you spread it far and wide very quickly. And then in the challenge, just do the best job that I possibly could, keep in contact with people all the time, and try and get as many long-term clients as I could through that, really. And you know, if you're running them every week, even if you just got one long-term client from each one, by the end of who knows how long we're going to be locked down for. We're not even talking just lockdown. You know, if you did that on an ongoing basis, in 6 months' time, you got 24 full-paying long-term online clients, and that's when it starts. Really, I mean, 6 months is not a long time. If you put yourself forward 2 years, you got over 100 clients. Obviously, you're not going to keep every single one for that length of time, but you know, just do things, be consistent, and set something up that's slightly unique. Offer something that people will just sign up for because it's low cost or free or like that, and then just keep doing it, keep on going.
So a couple of questions. Do you have a preference when it comes to, say, low cost versus free training? Like, what would be your
free for me. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people say it doesn't work. Going to be horrible. It's because you haven't done it very well. That's all. That's how it doesn't work. Every single successful large online service company business offers something for free. You might want to just offer a phone call for free, you know, something like that, but consultation for free, something for free, because that is what people sign up for online. You've got to prove the concept of what you do works. People, unless your name is already hugely well established and you've got a ton of testimonials that can't be refuted, people need something to be able to test out your service, see that it works, trust you, and they don't want to pay for it. So I would always go for free. If you're really well established, really well known, then yeah, go straight into a paid product, no problem. But I still think you'd be losing out on a fair bit. So that is definitely my preference. Just do free and do it really well. I think that's the thing, is don't offer rubbish for free. Also, don't necessarily offer something that you need to put personal time into, because then you can't give it to many people. So it's literally, sorry about that, set something up that can be signed up to by a lot of people, and then offer that for free, but make it as good as you can possibly make it and really showcase what you've got and what you can do. And it's just an opportunity to get lots of people in and show your product.
Nice. So you said that was step 2 for a trainer that already had clients, but would that just be step 1 for you if that was a brand new personal trainer entering the industry? Would you just still do the same thing?
Yeah, I think that's even harder if you're just entering the industry. Like, the difficulty is when you're brand new, is that you don't have, again, proof of concept. Essentially, you don't have the proof or the experience to kind of say, look, this is my product, buy it. You've got no testimonials. My personal belief is trainers, when they go online, they're better online trainers, online coaches, if they've got face-to-face experience, because you know kind of the nuances of training. You know how to change someone's program, you know how to adjust around what they need, you know how to assess properly and see movement and all of that. That's kind of very important, and you get the feel for it. You understand the industry, you understand what's needed, and you know, experience brings expertise, really. So if you're brand new to the industry, I would again look at free. I'd probably look at free in return for testimonials, because I think that's where you would need to go. If you're brand new to the industry, you probably want to build testimonials more than try to straight out build up your online income. So free in return for testimonials, maybe before and afters, and run that sort of thing. The other thing that could work well is sort of charity based. A lot of face-to-face trainers will do charity boot camps or something like that. So a charity-based challenge or trial or something like that, and try and get testimonials, try and get before and afters, so you can just prove your concept again, so you can perfect it, run it through a load of clients, you know, get people doing it, so that you'll find out actually what works and what doesn't work. You build up your experience, but at the same time you'll get those testimonials, which are really important, I think, for any online training business.
Agreed. So if we were looking at all the personal trainers that were on UK PTs right now that have got some clients that are offline and they haven't yet taken them online, what would be your kind of thought process for getting as many clients from offline to online? Would you have like a sequence of messages you would send, or how would you get as many to transfer as possible?
Just ask them. I think it's really simple. I think sometimes it's amazing how simple things can and perhaps should be, and you overcomplicate it in your mind and think, well, how can I get my face-to-face client onto online? And I think the simple truth is right now you just say to your face-to-face client, look, we can't train face-to-face, we can train online, let's do it. Like, that simple. some people might say, well, I don't think online will work for me or whatever. In that case, you say, all right, why don't we try it for a week, see how it works? Because I don't think anyone's going to say no to that. If you've got a relationship with your client, I don't know why anyone would say no to that. You just say, let's try it. And then again, you provide a great service. You just do something really good, offer something good, keep in contact with them. Now, I think more than ever, communication is important. So just, send them messages, make sure they're okay, check up on them, send them little reminders to do their training and things like that, get them to log their training, and just provide the best service that you can. I think one thing we do have right now is a lot of time where we just sat down, available at a computer or a telephone because we're not out in it. So yeah, provide a great service and get them all on. I think if I look back at my face-to-face clients, most of them would have just jumped onto a sort of paid thing straight away. But I was very lucky in that my clients by the end were all kind of with me for about 4 or 5 years. So when you've got that relationship, they don't even question what you say. You say, right, we're training online now. Let's go. That's the way it's going to work. And they would just do it. Clients are, that first 6-week period where clients are kind of assessing you and wondering, well, is this guy for the long term or is this just a short term thing? That's a bit trickier. And I think that's where you have to then just say, well, let's try it out. Let's test it out and see how we go. But most should jump at it, really. Why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's a fair point. I'm going to quickly shut my dining room door because someone's got their lawnmower going. So one second. Didn't really make much difference.
Just a bit darker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So my next question. There's only 2 left. So, what ways are you seeing at the moment are kind of what's working for PTs in maximising their income? Because I've seen a lot of personal trainers that are completely new to online, and they just see the one thing of, right, we're going to do face-to-face Zoom calls one-on-one. Is there anything else that you would recommend they could do, like paid downloads or recipe books, that sort of stuff that you see working?
Not necessarily. I think paid download recipe books are cool. I think they're a part of a service. I don't think they are a service on their own, if that makes sense. Same with downloads. Downloads are good for getting people interested maybe in your service or in exchange for an email address early on when they're not a client. Again, if you've got a good download and you've got clients, it's a good thing to share as a part of the service rather than the whole service. Zoom is really cool. Live sessions is good. Certainly when lockdown started, a lot of our members were introducing that. So those who were doing hybrid training before were basically doing online hybrid training. So you'd do a Zoom session maybe once a week, and then they'd have their programs, they'd have all of their coaching, their tracking and everything else to look at and do on their own throughout the week. So definitely online training, online coaching alongside something like Zoom works really, really well. And then what you can do is when life goes back to normal, you can actually keep that set up as well. So if you have replaced your face-to-face business with a sort of live Zoom sessions, and you've added in extra coaching, which perhaps you would charge for, you can then do that when you get back to business as normal. So you'd actually grow your business when you come into sort of normal life again, which hopefully will resume soon. But yeah, I would combine those things. We did a live. There's a few of us just done a live in our Facebook group, and we had Joe Dowdell on there, he's a great trainer. He's certainly 10 years ago was incredibly well known in the sort of personal training industry, and now certainly in our group, people absolutely love him and his stuff. And he was saying what he does is he sets up all his programs inside PT Distinction. He is a member of ours, obviously, so he's got the software anyway. He sets it up, he sends it to his clients. They have all of their coaching and their programs and stuff to do on their own in the week, and then when they do their live sessions, he says, right, have a look through. So what that means is he doesn't have to maneuver around and display every exercise and waste time doing that because it's a bit clumsy. So they flick through, they go, right, I've got to do that, I've got to do this. And he's then watching their technique, watching their form, just giving them the coaching cues on the live session. So that's working really, really well for our members. As I say, our members have already got our tools, if that makes sense. So that's how they're doing it. Classes, lots of people doing live classes, which works really well. But I wouldn't offer downloads or something like that. Don't offer less, if that makes sense. Offer more. Offer something better. Offer better tracking, better help, better messaging, better coaching in an online format, rather than scale it back to say, well, how can I make money selling this? The one slight thing I would say to that is the one other area you can make some money as a trainer if you're doing online coaching is set up equipment bundles and things like that. Obviously, the training equipment right now is really hard to get. I used to say just set up a bundle on Amazon or something. You can set up like an Amazon seller account and you get a commission on it. I think you can do the same with like physio supplies, people like that. So like a genuine bundle of the equipment that your clients should have at home. So this is an extra service. You're just saying that these are the bits of kit I think you need to do great training at home. I put them together for you in a little package. Go buy the package, and if you do it through your own link or they buy it through your link, often you'll get a commission. So that's another way you can make some money. But it's again, offer something better and get some money for it, rather than scale back and just, well, how can I get money? If that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. It's a perfect answer. So my final question is, what do you think is next for the fitness industry? What do you think the outcome of this is?
What a question.
I'm sorry.
All right. What do I think? I think, honestly, no one right now knows. Is the most honest answer I can give. My guess would be that gyms and the way it was face-to-face will build up again slowly. So this is kind of my guess with other things as well, like bars and airlines and all of that, is it will build up slowly as confidence builds up. It will be gradual. And I think the more you can make people feel safe coming back, the better. So it's, if I had a gym and it was about to open up, I'd be posting stupid photos on Facebook that are slightly amusing, but literally showing how you're cleaning everything, showing how you've got your hand sanitizer at the door, just like, this is a safe zone, or there's a big sign saying if you cough, please go home, or anything. Just the things you can do to make people feel safe. I'd probably be looking to get face masks and just hand them out on the door, and gloves, rubber gloves, hand them out on the door. It's like, that would be just to make people feel safe, and actually, in a way, it would create this sort of sense of everyone's in something together a little bit. I think it would be a nice touch. Just I think the more you can do to increase confidence, the quicker it will go back to the way it was for you individually, your business individually. But I do think it'll be steady. I think online, as far as online training, online coaching, that's going to be a huge part of the future now, from now on, really, because what you will find is a lot of clients will have got used to training at home. A lot of clients will have got the kit now. They might well find it more convenient because it is, you don't have to travel to the gym, you don't have to go out. So a lot of the benefits will have actually been shown. So I think that's going to be a huge part of any fitness business, really, I think, going forward. I think everyone should make it a part of what they do, because I think gym memberships as a whole will not go up to the level they quite were before. I think another thing that we'll find is a lot of the people who were members of gyms and didn't use it will have got rid of it now, and they won't be starting up again. So I think the fitness industry is going to go through face-to-face a very slow build up again. Move 2 years forward, probably everyone's forgotten the whole thing and life goes back to normal. And actually in that situation, when life goes back to normal, I believe because so many businesses won't be around anymore, those that have survived, those that are around will be able to grow massively, because there'll be less competition and just as many people looking for the service as there always was. So it's weirdly, in that sense, if you can survive for the next couple of years, the position you would be in is incredible. So yeah, it's a difficult period, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of opportunity around now to help people. It's got to be online right now when gyms can open up, provide confidence, or help people get confidence that they're safe in your gym. And the opportunities are huge. If you survive the next 2 years, in my opinion, it's going to be a very, very nice situation for every business to be in about 2 years' time, because there'll be much less competition in what will be a very similar market to what we've had.
I think that makes sense. Good answer.
No one knows the future, but that's my long-winded guess.
Yeah, I think pretty much the same. I think that the amount of awareness around the fitness industry with the public has gone up massively because of everything going on. So I think there's going to be a lot, even if people have lost clients, I think there'll be a lot more, fish in the barrel.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge point, isn't it? Because like even the government, I don't know what it's like in every other country, but the UK government is like, the one thing you're allowed to go outside for is exercise. Like they couldn't have focused training and exercise more, and people they're valuing their health, aren't they, right now? Their immune system. It's just like, that's the most important thing we've got, is a strong immune system right now. And it's a huge point. The value people put on exercise and training now is probably 100 times what it ever was before.
Exactly. I think this might even be a good time for people to get GP referral qualifications and start working with local healthcare and stuff.
Yeah, it's such a good idea, actually.
So if people want to reach you and kind of speak about PT Distinction and get involved with the online training, where should they go, and how's the best way to contact you?
Email for me is always best. So tim@ptdistinction.com. That's always the best way for me. Or come and join our Facebook group. Actually, that's probably the quickest way to get a hold of me. Or any of the rest of our little Facebook group team. So that's PT Distinction and the Personal Trainer University, online Personal Trainer University. But if you type PT Distinction in, it will come up. That's a really good way actually to get hold of us and have a look and chat. There's videos and things in there, so you can kind of check it all out, or just go and have a look at the website if you want to. And then you get some automated emails which are from me, so just reply to one of them.
Nice. So what I'll do is I'll put all of that in the description of this video as well, so people can find it easily. But I just want to say thank you for your time and giving your knowledge to people at this kind of stressful time. The biblical nature of everything going on is a bit crazy, but
right. Crazy times. But thank you very much for having me. It's been fun.
It's always a pleasure. If anybody watching this wants to see more of Tim in action, then if you go to PT Toolbox, there are just a whole bunch of videos with Tim. Some were
whole thing's just me.
Pretty much. Some were filmed live, some were webinar based, but there's loads of Tim. There's just Tim everywhere. Gym time.
You're going to lose sign-ups rapidly now.
I don't think so.
There's also a load of other really good content in there.
Oh yeah, and that. Yeah, thank you. You got my back.
Point that one out.
Okay, there we go. Until next time, it's been emotional.